Good morning. Well, you join me in the woodland. We've just through the thick bit of brush there. I think there's some deer moving about, but they're too cautious. I'll never get them on film. So, why are we out today? Something I've been thinking about for a while, really. YouTube and what's changed, both for them and me. I've seen a video only last night, and it's not the first one, where people think there's something going on in the background. I know it's not affecting all channels, but it does seem to be affecting mine. And I'll give you a really quick summary so it doesn't get boring. I only do YouTube for fun. And although I only do it for fun, you do keep half an eye on the background figures, your views and that sort of thing, just to make sure you're doing it right, I suppose. My channel's always been consistent for about the last 2 years. I don't particularly promote it or anything like that. I want it to be a hobby. And like I say, for 2 years it's been consistent. The last 3-4 months, something's changed. Now, my content hasn't changed. My frequency of videos and so on hasn't changed, apart from the last few weeks, and that's been deliberate, and we're going to that. So though nothing has changed my end, my views in general are probably half. My new subscribers, it's always been around the same sort of amount each month, just slowly ticking up. That's more than halved, I suppose, because my views are less, less people are getting to see stuff. And of course, less views, it doesn't get put onto the, what's up next type page and so on by YouTube, so less new people are discovering the channel. And also, although it doesn't really affect me, the revenue. Now, I can imagine if you're a full-time YouTuber, that's really important. I'll be perfectly honest, my channel over the last couple of years, well, since I've monetized it, and I only monetized it to control the amount of bloody adverts that they were sticking on my stuff, the money doesn't really matter to me, but of course it does to people that are doing it full-time. Small channel, I'm averaging, should we say, or was, consistently for 18 months plus, around the £100 mark. There's 1 or 2 months where I had a video that obviously went really, really well. It bumps that average up a little bit. So I suppose if we said £80 to be fair as an average income. Last couple of months this has dropped to 40. This month I'm predicted at about 25. And of course if it's under 60, YouTube just don't pay out, they roll it over. Now, it's like, it makes no difference to me, it's not why I'm doing it. But, can you imagine if you were a full-time YouTuber and you was putting in the same amount of work, same amount of effort, same amount of hours, should we say, in your ordinary daily job, and suddenly your boss halved your salary? Yeah, there's something funny going on. So it's not affecting everyone. The other thing is I've always kept this as a hobby. It's always just a bit of fun. I've always said that, I go out walking or I go out camping, and if I feel like it, I'll film. I've found myself more and more taking YouTube seriously. Well, as serious as I'm ever going to be. And actually taking proper thumbnail pictures and all that old tosh, really. I find myself more often, until very recently, actually going out to make a video, which was not what I ever used to do. I fell in that trap of sort of chasing the algorithm. And although I realised I was doing it, all the while the channel was ticking along nicely, I thought, fair enough, that's what you've got to do. But since things have dropped back and I'm not getting the views and I'm not getting the subscribers, thinking on the subscriber front, not that it really matters, but when you look in the background figures on the information behind the scenes type page that you can when you're a YouTuber, the percentage of my subscribers that are getting notifications is really, really, really low. So even though people are subscribed to the channel, they don't even know I'm uploading a video. Then what's the point of having notifications? I know some people haven't got notifications turned on, but even so, it's dropped right down. So it's time for a change. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to go out just to film a video, although I have today, but it's just an information type one. You might see subtle changes in my channel if you continue and stick with me. You don't have to. I don't mind either way, to be fair. It's a free world. But I'm not playing the YouTube game. I'm going to go back to, shall we say, the roots of how my channel sort of started off, certainly with the outdoorsy type stuff. And I'm just going to do what I want to do. And I might film it, and I might not. I'm making no money. I'm not even getting the reward of the excitement of views and, you know, seeing the subscribers climb. I'm getting nothing back. All I'm getting from it is the enjoyment of the filming element, which I do enjoy, and the whole like editing process and so on, which is a bit of a faff, but I quite enjoy it anyway. That's all I'm getting now, and it seems I'm just putting in more and more work for less and less reward. So that's going to stop. So if you see some slight changes in the channel, you'll know why. I don't want the money. I don't want the views. I don't need massive amount of subscribers. It's just a bloke in the woods enjoying himself. And if you enjoy watching that sort of thing, stick with me. If you don't, I don't mind that either. I'm not going to change for the sake of YouTube.